Oh,
Hey.
we're live. Hey guys, and thank you for coming back to Author Chat. Today we have the author of The Cup and the Prince. Is it Leto?
Whatever you want. I don't care. It's actually
How do you
Leitao, but
pronounce the last name?
it's Leitao, but it's impossible for you to pronounce it. So just whatever. Yeah.
So I love that I got to play with the sword on this cover for
Oh
the
my
graphics
God.
because that worked out so
Yes.
amazingly well. And it was actually like a word that said lit. So I
Mm-hmm.
just like deleted and erased the rest of it, and I'm like, that looks
It's
amazing.
amazing.
So that was
Yes.
so good, and I love that her sword's name is Butterfly. That
Yes.
is that's adorable. I love that so much. It was so cute because it's like you usually you get like Excalibur and all these
Mm-hmm.
Demon Slayer, and it's a butterfly. It worked out perfectly. I love
Yeah,
it.
it's a story, which makes a lot of sense for the character, and it's interesting.
Well, guys, you know the drill. If you have any questions that you would like to ask the author, you can toss them into the live chat below or wherever you happen to see it. If for some reason YouTube isn't permitting you to do that, you can tweet them or Instagram them to me and just tag me or DM me with those, and I will ask them on the air. And we're going to get into this. So, first off, tell us a little bit about who you are and your journey to becoming a published author.
Yeah, I was born in Brazil. I was born and raised there, and but I studied in the United States and everything. So I started writing, I think, when I was 9. I wrote the first novel, but it wasn't like a picture book. It was a novel with dialogue and pages and pages and pages. But I was writing by hand because I'm very old. And recently, I went to study creative writing in university. It didn't help because usually when you're in university you do like 10,000 words. I mean, you're not going to learn to write by writing 10,000 words, writing and getting feedback on that. But I did creative writing and a master's in literature. And after that, I got to know indie publishing. I fell in love with the community, with the opportunities, and with the work ethics of not everybody, but most of them. It's really about working hard and doing your best. And then I learned it and I fell in love with it. And that's how I've been publishing for about 2 years, I think 2 years and a half. And I'm happy, I guess, kind of.
That's awesome. All right. So, how did you get the idea for this story?
It was weird. I wanted to write a decent, no, I mean a book that would be more popular because my previous series were like real flops. One is kind of like for a younger age, that's not so good. And I have one that, I mean, the fact that it's for a younger age is not good commercially speaking. And as far as it says, indie sci-fi, indie YA sci-fi doesn't work, and yeah, it doesn't work. And I wanted to write something more commercial, but then I had this idea and I said, no, 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 this is horrible. Like, what does it have anything to do Minecraft with this girl, with this like sexual thing, and this, nothing has anything to do. But then I guess like my muse was saying, okay, but just write it. You want a better idea that's gonna sell, but keep writing this. And then it was ready, and then I just decided to publish it. And but it was weird, and a little bit of that was from Minecraft. I was just thinking, what it would be like to live in a place where monsters spawn in the dark. I guess we have that thing, but I agree that the book doesn't go over that a lot. It's I don't know. It's a weird book.
It's not a weird book. It's
It
it's
is.
a it's a
It
high
is.
fantasy, and it had a very good cast of characters and little bits of blending things together, and it worked. It worked really well. So these shadow
Yeah, it's just
creatures
yes.
are amazing. Will we see them more in book two, or is book two a prequel?
Book two is after is the second one.
Okay.
Book two. No, I think we're gonna see them in book three, which I'm writing. It's gonna come in June or earlier. I would like to have it like in May, but I'm gonna see what happens. So we don't see a lot of the creatures. But what I was gonna say that the book is a little weird is that usually you have in these kinds of books, you have a protagonist that has a high motivation and faces high stakes, right? And we have here a protagonist who's a very kind of like frivolous motivation, facing low stakes, and you're in this thing that's kind of superficial. So if you look at that from a structural point of view, and if you look at like if the reader is going to it expecting like the fantasy story, I think they can be disappointed, which sucks. It's not nice to be disappointed. But so that's why I say it's a weird book, and it has some things that is like, okay, this is not really the trope. That's not how you do the trope, but that's how the story came out, and I said, okay, let's do it.
Oh, okay. So how did you come up with the shadow creatures?
That's kind of embarrassing, because it was kind of like I was taking the inspiration from Minecraft, but I didn't want to do exactly like Minecraft, so there are no
like
zones.
The creepers?
Yeah. There are creepers. The creepers are the balls. They roll and they explode. Ta-da!
that works. That works, because it's like, I never read of a creature, creatures that are like that, or beings, that they're just birthed from the shadows. Like they call them shadow creatures, but they're not actually created in shadows. And I thought that was a really interesting concept to do for a book. In a world where you can't have shadows, or you're gonna die.
Yeah.
I love, like, when in the start, she's talking about like dresses, and dresses are freaking her out because it's nothing but shadow under there. I'm like, that's crazy. That is so cool.
I like it when she goes and changes the room, like the bed and everything. Yeah, I agree. It's kind of intriguing. Yeah, definitely.
So her village that she's in, of course, is surrounded like by this wall and stuff. How is that barrier protecting the outside world from those shadow creatures that they can't get through there? Is it like the big ice wall that was painted in like Game of Thrones?
It's kind of like, imagine Game of Thrones, but instead of a wall, it's a circular wall in a little thing, in a little place. Yeah, I guess it's just they only, these creatures only spawn in that area, and the walls, they prevent it there and the creatures from going out. But of course, like if there were lots of creatures, they could eventually explode and end up leaving, I guess. So we learn in book 2 a bit more.
Of like that double gate that she goes through at the start, would the creatures be able to like escape that area?
I think they would, but now I'm wondering if outside that place, I think they wouldn't survive in daylight. But maybe if they were to hide or something, they could still, yeah, I guess.
Ooh. So how did you come up with the whole entire world? Was like all just like a Minecraft based?
Yes. It's just I had this thing, Minecraft based, and then I was thinking of doing something with a competition, and for some reason I was thinking about teenagers and how they relate to their sexuality and stuff, and it kind of like got all mixed. And this thing, and there's a little bit of, I think, harassment, like sexual harassment, and how she's seen as being a woman. Like, I think like in real life, there are lots of places, situations where women are welcome, but when you get there, it's not really, like you are welcome, but the treatment is different, I would say.
Okay. So we have some emailed questions. Nice. Why does everybody look down on Zora's town?
It's because they are surrounded by this wall, right? And it's the valley where shadows are created. And according to what they know, the reason that there are these shadows are because their ancestors messed with magic and created them, And so it's a place with this, they're kind of paying for what their ancestors did.
Okay. Why do they consider magic bad?
Oh, why do they consider magic bad? It's because, God, I know why, but I don't want to give spoilers. Let me see.
It's like, ooh, how did you go about spoilers?
Yes, it's not in their traditions, and I think they think it can be dangerous, right? It's something that they don't know. It's something that can be dangerous, and I guess there were examples of things that were dangerous before, and also like they believe magic created these creatures, so there is this thing against magic.
Oops, lost my notes here. Will we find out how the blood cup helped Prince Griffin with his curse?
Yes.
It's like short answer, yes, yes, you will.
Yeah, yeah, because
sorry,
I was
go
gonna say the
on.
book two is coming out on Thursday, on January 14th. So it's ready and it has some answers.
Hey, at least that's soon. You guys don't have to wait too long. If Allegra wants to unite her kingdom with theirs, why is she cheating on the king? And does she have anything to do with Prince Griffin's curse? Ooh, I didn't think about that.
Ooh. She's cheating because she's cheating, it's fun, I guess. I guess she's
That
having
kind
a
of
good
threw
time.
me when at the beginning of it when she like climbs into the tub with him and it's like, whoa, princess who's supposed to be marrying somebody else, getting it on with the princess she's not marrying. It's like kind of
Yeah,
a little slutty here.
yeah, that was a little bit. It's like, yeah,
Do we find out who
but she's having
cursed Griffin?
yes. I'm not sure we find out in book two, but yeah, we find out. Yes.
Ooh. Are there any hints in like book one that if we're really paying attention we might figure out who it is?
No, I would say no, because we don't get to know much of him, right? He's a little
Right.
mysterious, and all this, and it's something that he doesn't even bring himself to think about. So we don't. It's very. They don't know a lot of what happened because it was like a long time ago. Oh, that's nice.
Is there something special about the ruins where Griffin and Allegra have their picnic?
About the what? The ruins.
Ruins?
Oh, yes, there is. There is.
Mm.
They're gonna go back there. Some characters are gonna go back there in book two for other activities.
Do we find out what kind of monster Griffin turns into?
I think yes, we do. Yes.
Woohoo. Well, I'm
Very very
excited,
early to
guys.
get. Look at the preview, and I guess you would find that out.
Okay. So, guys, make sure to check this book out. You can get the direct link below in the description or off the sidebar of the website, and it will be on there. I hope you guys had a great time checking out this video, and thank you so much for coming on. All right, guys, this is the last show of the week. Make sure to join us next week on the 15th at 7 p.m. to chat it up with Lindsay Duga of Roaring. And then check us out on Saturday at 7 o'clock with a bookish chat with Lori Forrest of the Black Witch. We're going to be talking about our 10 bookish selections of COVID escape books with a romance. So I hope you guys enjoy that. And I'm sure I can probably get some spoilers out of her for the Demon Tide because it always seems to happen when we start yammering. So definitely tune in next week and we will catch you later. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Bye.